So ladies and gentlemen, the situation is looking quite critical with TikTok. The House just approved the TikTok bill that could lead to the potential ban of the app, which is pretty crazy to say because there's been so much clickbait about this for so long, and now it's actually moving forward and it's looking like it will get passed. Now, here's the thing. We're going to cover exactly these breaking news right now, and we're actually even going to watch this video of a little bit of a debate that happened in court, in the House court, and we're going to see what this actually means for TikTok. Obviously, even if this does get approved, a little disclaimer here, it's still going to take a long time. You know, now that the House approved it, it's going to go to the Senate, and once the Senate approves it, it goes to Congress. I don't even know exactly how it works. I don't remember. Civics class was in 7th grade, and I am old now. So let's get right into it. As you see here in the Washington Post, they posted that the House approved the TikTok bill. So let's see this video quick.
On this vote, the yeas are 352, the nays are 65.
Dang.
One present, 2/3 being in the affirmative. The rules are suspended, the bill is passed, and without the objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
TikTok is a threat to our national security because it is owned by ByteDance, which does the bidding of the Chinese Communist Party. We know this because ByteDance leadership says so, and because Chinese law requires it. This bill therefore forces TikTok to break up with the Chinese Communist Party. It does not apply to American companies.
Our intention is for...
There's a very key thing he mentioned right there. If a company in the US buys the product, or rather the company TikTok, it will still be around.
TikTok to continue to operate, but not under the control of the Chinese Communist Party.
The bill that's offered here today, even though I know it's offered genuinely, it could also be named the Facebook Protection and Enhancement Act, because it's not the American people who are going to benefit most from this. It will be Facebook. Their stock is going to go up. And I know they say it doesn't ban it. It forces divestiture of the company. This sounds like when American companies try to do business in third world countries and a dictator says, well, you can do business here. You just got to give me your company. And now you can continue to do business.
The First Amendment.
That's actually a good point. I mean, it's kind of messed up. You know, every other country has to, you know, use the social media platforms that come from the US, but the US now can say, hey, we're only using US social medias. It's fair, obviously. Each country has their own doctrine, their own law, and they do as they want, but pretty interesting.
Does not give the Chinese Communist Party the right to American data or the right to manipulate the minds of Americans. That would be a really weird interpretation of the First Amendment.
Wow, that was a great little excerpt. I think it kind of gave us a good summary of all the competing arguments right now, but the House unanimously passed this. They are set on it. They're really thinking, you know, this is a national security threat, and TikTok might have to move on from the control of the Chinese. It's crazy. So let's see. TikTok's House on Wednesday approved legislation that would require TikTok's Chinese parent company, ByteDance, to sell it within 180 days or risk having the app barred from app stores and web hosting services in the United States. Leave your guesses in the comments to how much you think ByteDance, which is TikTok, would sell for in the US. The vote in favor was overwhelming, but that doesn't ensure the measure will become law. It must still be considered by the Senate, where Senator Rand Paul on Tuesday said he might block any swift consideration, something he did a year ago to a similar bill. So actually, I was right. It does go to the Senate next, and we'll see what happens there. But this is very interesting development going on. I mean, I want to continue to cover this as we get more news because I'm heavily involved with TikTok on the creator side, on the ad side, on the brand side. So this pertains to me heavily. And what I would say as some good word of advice is, first of all, don't sweat it too much. We still don't know what's actually going to happen. It could get passed, so don't also just completely neglect what's going on, I would say. I think it's wise to be up to date with what's going on and not just believe that everything is a scam and everything is clickbait. I think it's definitely possible that this goes through and it causes massive changes to TikTok. But on the other hand, I think it's a good idea to try to repost all your content on other platforms. Start to do more things on Instagram and see how that does. You may actually find some wild success that you didn't think was possible, and you're gonna mitigate your risk in the event that something really does happen to TikTok. So that's kind of the overall summary for this update. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.